Sanjok Sandhu here. Hey guys, so this is my first proper video apart from the channel intro I made yesterday. So I want to start off with, I guess, stuttering fact number one that I've figured out for myself, but also a lot of people know, but a lot of people are scared to almost admit this, but stuttering is 100% psychological. There is nothing wrong with your physical mechanisms of speech. There is nothing wrong with it. And it's interesting, I just blocked then because I was trying to convey that there's nothing wrong with my mechanism of speech, and I almost felt like an imposter. I don't know. I'm gonna do an analysis of quite a few blocks that I have or have had, and I'm gonna relate them directly to John Harrison's hexagon. Anyway, so stuttering 100% psychological. Why is it that if I'm on my own, I can speak almost fluently, but then as soon as you put somebody in the room with me, I start blocking up and I start stuttering in extreme circumstances every single word. For example, I was at my training week at the new job I'm starting. It's a consulting job, so plenty of talking involved. We were doing group exercises and I was stuttering on every single word. I'll give you an example of how my speech was. Could you elaborate on what? That's the kind of stuttering it was. So if I'm stood here speaking probably 95% fluently on my own, and then as soon as another human being's in the room who I place importance to, that's very important. I'm a lot more fluent with my dog and with kids. It's because of how you or I view myself. I personally think it's about I think it's about in which situations do you view yourself in the child role. Role. That's what's important, and that is a major factor why you block. It's in those situations where you view yourself as a child and you put other people higher up in the hierarchy than you. So yeah, in conclusion, stuttering is 100% psychological. Something happens in our brains subconsciously that causes us to choose to block. This is actually another point that people don't like to admit. It's that we create our own blocks. the number of people I hear on stuttering community who are like, oh, I just couldn't speak, I was blocked, I had all these blocks. Like, no, you blocked yourself from either feeling an emotion, or you blocked yourself from expressing those thoughts because you were scared of what the other person's going to think of you, or the obvious one is you didn't want to stutter. And there's plenty of other reasons you can block, but just wanted to express my thoughts on stuttering fact number 1. Stuttering is 100% psychological. And to prove this, I'm gonna record an interaction with someone over the phone without using any speech technique, and just trying to speak exactly how I'm talking now, and we'll see if I block or not. Okay, so I've chosen a sushi restaurant, and I'm just gonna call them up and say, hello, could I please book a table under the name of Sanjog Sandu, and as you can see, I'm already having a little bit of difficulty here. Probably because in my head I'm thinking, oh, I should appear fluent for this video. I'm trying to prove stuttering is psychological, so if I block, it's going to be ridiculous. But anyway, let's compare that with how my speech is actually on the call. Hi there. Could I please book a table under the name of Sanjog Sandu, please? Probably around 8 o'clock. Actually, let me just double check and call you back. Thanks very much. Okay, so as soon as I'm off the phone, my speech is a lot more fluent. I was struggling with her to even get 2 words out in a row. What's interesting is I'm actually blocking a lot more after that. But if I go back to using a breathing technique, I can quickly get my speech back in control. But the important part was that before the phone call, I wasn't using any technique. So I have the physical capability to produce fluent speech. But then as soon as there was another human being on the end of the line, I just instantly locked up. I was blocking on every word. So that's the end of video 1, proving that stuttering is 100% psychological.